day. It's Madden NFL Football.
Years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Into the air right away is Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Throwing now is Allen. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Nifty move. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They run here with Dowdle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. total is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Cook up the gut. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Allen's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To the air, Allen. Pressure comes and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And again, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Allen. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Now look out. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Well, one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarvion overshowed. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott under pressure, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Prescott on 1st down. On the move to his left. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Prescott.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run the counter with Cook.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Allen.
Quick slant to Shakir.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing, Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Well, Prescott here to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd down and 1. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. There he goes, right side. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways.